Welcome to Salt of the Earth Farm Stories.
I'm a big fan of Nedd Brockman, have been for a very long time, and I thought, if this bloke can run 4,000 kilometres across Australia, then I can wheel 400 kilometres through the Riverina, why not? And that just, boom, the big wheel was born.
Well, if you thought Sam Longmore had already done enough to show what's possible, think again. Many of you will remember Sam from episode 76, where she shared her remarkable story of determination after a horrific accident, leaving her paralysed down one side.
I had 2 car accidents on the same stretch of road in 2 different states in a matter of 45 minutes.
Since then, she's continued to tackle challenge after challenge, proving that determination can take you a very long way. Now, she's taking on another extraordinary challenge, the big wheel. The big wheel was born from a desire to make a difference for mental health in rural communities, a cause that sits very close to Sam's heart. In an incredible effort, she'll wheel herself 441 kilometres from Corowa to Yass in New South Wales in over just 8 days. And remember, she's doing it with the use of just one arm. This is incredible. Along the way, she's been training hard, even wheeling around Mount Panorama and meeting one of her inspirations, Nedd Brockman. This is the same Sam Longmore who has won the Shine Award, broken world water skiing records, and overcome more setbacks than most of us could imagine. She'll tell you it's a team effort, and it absolutely is. But she's the one pushing that chair for 441 kilometres. Before we get started, if you'd like to support Sam and this incredible initiative for mental health in rural communities, simply Google My Cause, The Big Wheel. Any support or donation would be hugely appreciated. And if you haven't heard Sam's own remarkable story yet, go back and listen to episode 76. Now, let's catch up with Sam Longmore. G'day, Sammy.
G'day, how you going?
Good. Well, first up, Sammy, are you a little bit crazy?
I've been told that a fair bit over the last couple of months, but I don't think I am. I think I'm passionate.
Passionate?
Passionate.
Determined?
Yeah, that too.
Motivated?
Yep.
Well, we're going to learn a bit more about that. Something I learnt from you during our last episode is that when we see someone in a wheelchair, we often ask them how they're going physically or can we do anything to help, but we don't stop to ask how you are. How are you, Sam?
I'm actually pretty good. I'm really good. And that's honestly how I'm feeling at the moment. I'm nervous, but other than that, I'm happy.
Right.
Thanks.
Now, why are you nervous? You've got a big event coming up.
I do have a big event. And the funny thing is no one's making me do it. It's on me, which is bad. Yeah, I'm doing a big wheel through the Riverina into Yass. 441 Ks over 8 days in my everyday wheelchair for rural mental health.
This is enormous.
Yeah, it will be. Yep.
So from Corowa to Yass, 400 and something kilometres?
41, yeah.
In how long?
8 days.
So this is averaging over 50 kilometres a day?
Yeah, 50 to 60 Ks a day. The first few days will be okay because it'll be flat river country, and then the last 4 or 5 will be constantly uphill.
I was actually thinking that.
Yeah.
Are you training for uphills?
Oh, yeah, as much as you can. Trying to train as much as I can in general, but I think, as I've said to everyone over the last couple of months, I think I can't train for everything that will come up, but my mind will get my body to where it needs to be, I believe.
So why this challenge?
Why not? I guess this is a simple answer. It was kind of random. It was a random day, might have been a Tuesday or Wednesday, beginning of November. And I thought, what I'm going to do in 2026, it's my off-world year for water skiing. I wanted a physical sort of challenge for myself. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll go and, wheel a marathon or something like that. Or, booked in to go skydiving. So maybe that will be it. But I wanted something more for myself, something that I can, kind of work on and train for. And then I just sort of thought, oh, well, maybe I'll do it for someone else or something else. I've had a lot of help over the years. I'm a big fan of Nedd Brockman, have been for a very long time. And I thought, oh, well, if this bloke can run 4,000 kilometres across Australia, then I can wheel 400 kilometres through the Riverina. Why not? And that just, boom, the big wheel was born.
The big wheel push for purpose, you've called it.
Yep.
And this is more than a marathon every day,
Yes.
as you said.
Yes. Thanks for reminding me.
Did anyone else tell you you were mad?
Yeah, literally everywhere I go, every single day for the last couple of months. And, initially I kind of laughed it off, and then it actually started to annoy me. Like, yeah, it might sound a little bit crazy, but if you've got the ability to help someone in some way, shape or form, then you may as well, And then I guess the other side of that is people don't see people with disabilities doing big things, big physical challenges. And I've been calling it the byproduct, and it's not the byproduct, but we'll stick with that phrase for the moment. The byproduct of what I'm doing for rural mental health is also showing people that no matter any situation that you find yourself in, you can achieve or do hard things too. And I want to show the big wide world that as well, not just people with physical disabilities, that we as human beings with disabilities are huge assets to the community. So that's kind of the byproduct of it. And, I feel like, yeah, I might be a little bit mad, but the best of us are. Isn't that the phrase or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the money that will be raised through this will go to rural mental health?
Yeah. Yeah, 2 charities in particular. So I wanted sort of a bigger charity, an Australian-wide charity, so I've picked Rural Aid for that, and then Riverina Bluebell, which is based out of Wagga. And it's not just about farmers, this isn't just about farmers, this is about small communities. Rural Aid don't just help farmers, they help small communities. You look at Yagara, for example, that was flooded there a few years ago, and, the whole of the township was wiped out. Rural Aid were there helping on the ground and helping with infrastructure, and they help with fences and fires and droughts and this and that. But they also have a huge sector of mental health and helping with people's mental health in the community after the fact, because you see all of the, everything on the media about the floods and fires and droughts and you name it, you see all of that firsthand. But what you don't see is the people that stick around and the people that hurt for a very long time, years and years after something like that. That's why I've picked Rural Aid. And Riverina Bluebell, they're like smaller, they're community based, they're helping with like sporting groups and, men's sheds and just general community. And everyone hurting, starting conversations, because that's what we lack. There's still such a stigma, even though we talk about it so much. People do too much talking and not enough doing.
Yeah.
And I thought, let's help them too.
Yeah.
And then in the grand scheme of things, let's try and help everyone. That's, if I could, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sam, we all want to get behind you. How can we donate?
So I have a My Cause link. So My Cause is kind of like GoFundMe, but it's Australian owned. So all the funds stay in Australia. So if you go onto My Cause on Google, you'll see, or you can type in the big wheel and my thing will come up. You can see that Rural Aid and Riverina Bluebell are linked, so you can know that it is legit. Otherwise, sort of doing a couple of raffles, some auction items, give me a pat on the back or a cuddle along the way, or come for a wheel if you want to, or a jog or a walk or something.
Well, I'm going to come for a run with you.
Yeah, cool, thanks.
And we might even do another little episode on the road.
that'd be good.
Well, we'll come back to that website again at the end, but being really honest, are you scared shitless?
I am actually. The closer that I get, like, I'm getting kind of more and more nervous, and it's not for the doing of the thing. It's more in regards to, like, I want to make sure that I'm representing the cause to the best of my ability. Like, not that I don't think I'll finish this, not that I'll, have challenges throughout that week, but that I'm, representing rural mental health for what it actually is and not making a mockery of it or anything like that. That's what I'm nervous for, that I'll say the wrong thing, because I do from time to time, and that I do it justice. Yeah.
I think you already are.
I know what I'm like. Yeah. So I just hope that this ends up being everything that I intend it to be.
What about the hardest thing physically?
Oh, look, it is the continuous wheeling. I've got to do 50 to 60 Ks a day, but also still navigate life of an evening. I'm doing 100% of this work with only 50% of my body, which I do every single day, add 50 to 60 Ks of that. And people think going downhill's a breeze, but it's a complete opposite. It's almost just as hard as going uphill.
Is that right?
Yeah, well, I'm mentally scanning the road for little rocks and cracks and crevices so I don't get spat out of my chair. And if I go too fast, I get a shop and trolley wheel. So I've got to slow it down. I've got to keep the chair going where I need it to go, not off into a table drain or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on flat ground, how many kilometres would you do in an hour?
I'm comfortably doing about 10 Ks. And
Right.
I know that makes it sound like a piece of piss that I can do I've only got to do that 6 times in a day, right? That's 6 hours. But no.
No, I know.
Yeah.
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 Well, I don't know exactly, but I'm
Yeah.
thinking running-wise, I'm actually worried now whether I'll be able to keep up.
Yeah, so I think I've got my 15 Ks down to about an hour and a half, hour of 33, 35, something like that. But that's going, and that's what I struggled with a lot with my training, was that I was trying to keep up with runners that you see on Strava or social media or other runners around the river or something like that, and really comparing myself to them and their speed and their Ks, and I was burning myself out every training session. And once I made that mindset change, I've been enjoying the training more. I've been still getting good times in, but I'll never be trained enough to be able to do this, I don't think.
But you're doing 20 or 30 kilometres a day?
Yeah, and building up. So I'm sort of in a bit of a build-up phase at the moment. I'll do a 50, 60K day over the next couple of weeks, just a bit of a run-through of what a potential day will look like. So I'll have someone on hand to, pit crew. And then in the last sort of 10 days, I'll taper off and I'll just do sort of a few 10s, maybe 15 here, and then sort of 5K, just keeping moving, keeping that muscle memory up. And I don't know what I'm doing. I've just got a few hot tips from a few lovely people.
How's the arm and the shoulder?
Pretty good, but I'm going to look like I do, run hand jobs for a living. It's already like that. I put a new shirt on the other day with a really nice sort of cuff, and I was like, this looks really nice. And I just stuck my arm in it. And I was like T-Rex. Anyway, sorry.
Now, you had a training run around Mount Panorama. How was that?
Yeah, that was really cool. That was, I won't say a dream come true because that's a little bit far-fetched, but it was exactly what I needed to make me feel like this is a legitimate thing. Like, I was kind of not feeling like a phony, but maybe not feeling like I was being taken seriously enough. And yeah, I did a call out on social media for a few different reasons. I like Nedd, and
Nedd Brockman?
Nedd Brockman. I'm very inspired by him, not so much about his running because, that's just something that he does, but about the person that I assume him to be. I don't know him hugely personally, but I'm very inspired by him and his heart and his soul and his brain. So I did a call out on socials and just to see whether he'd come for a bit of a run with me throughout the big wheel and to get a few eyes on. That was part of my goal, get eyes on what I'm doing. And he obviously saw legitimacy in that, reached out to me, donated to it as well. He won't be here throughout the wheel. And then a few days later, his management reached out to me and invited me to Mount Panorama because he was doing a run with the Combank tour. And I was like, holy shit, yes, I can be there at 6:30 in the morning. And it was just hectic, I was really nervous because I'm like, are they testing me? Like, is this a test?
Yeah.
Because they kept on saying to me, and maybe I'm reading too much into it, but they kept on saying, oh, you don't have to do the whole lap if you don't want to, you don't. I was like, why the hell would I only go halfway up Mount Panorama?
Yeah.
If I'm halfway up there, I may as well go the rest of the way. But it was amazing. But Mount Panorama is steeper than you think it is. 175 meters elevation, and it just kept on going and going and going. The poor
I didn't know it was that high.
yeah, it's insane.
Wow.
And it just keeps on getting steeper. And you think the cars are going around there flat stick, 200 plus Ks an hour. It's insane. And then I had to go down, which was hard.
And was Nedd beside you?
No. I had my time with Nedd in the morning before everyone else kind of rocked up, who was also doing the run. Like, I wouldn't expect him to. There was, he needed to spread his love. So I stayed behind the pack. So I knew I wasn't going to be able to keep up with anyone myself. Yeah, and it was really awesome to go across that checkered line on the ground, that I've just done this. I did, what was it, 6.5 Ks or something in not not much longer of a time than everyone else.
Yeah.
But I was out on the road by myself and I was like, this is wicked. But just to have that, that legitimacy sort of sprinkled on my cause and the thing that I'm doing, and then to have CommBank jump on and back me as well. They threw me $5,000. I had no idea that was happening.
Wow.
I didn't expect any of that. I didn't expect any of it.
What a good start.
It was amazing. Yeah. In front of a whole bunch of strangers, 100 and something strangers. Before we even did it, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. Yeah. It was really cool just to have their belief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nedd Brockman, he's Young Australian of the Year. Seems like a really cool character. Ran from Perth to Sydney, 4,000 kilometres, raising over $10 million for the homeless.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Incredible.
So any training disaster stories yet, Sammy?
Not really, actually. Not yet, but I know over the next couple of weeks probably. I've been given a bit of support from a bloke called Josh. Josh is a shearer. He has a coaching business called Next Gen Coaching, but he also has this other business called Precision Hydration. And he's jumped on to give me a hand so I make sure I'm hydrated enough and full of carbs enough. And he was one who helped me with my training ideas leading up and then throughout that week. But he's given me a heap of supplements and like energy gels and stuff like that. And ever since then, everyone's been telling me, make sure you trial them out before the week on the road because you'll probably shit your pants. And I was like, well, right up my alley then. So yeah, not yet. Bit of a shop and trolley wheel, but that's just my chair at the moment. Yeah, nothing bad just yet.
So what do you do? Do you take spare wheels or an extra chair or extra parts?
Yeah, so I'll have a heap of spare like pushing wheels and rims. I think I've got 3 or 4 spares and they'll be all loaded with new tubes and stuff like that. I've got a heap of little front caster wheels too. I've got a spare cushion, a whole spare chair. We have had a bit of a drama with that. I got it given to me by a mate of mine. So it was sort of made for him, and which meant it was sort of a little bit more dumped in the bum and I couldn't touch the ground properly with my pushing foot. So we thought we'll cut the caster wheels off it and we'll just weld them to where they need to be. It's made of titanium, so not a lot of people weld titanium. So we had this chair with no front wheels on it and then no one that we knew that could weld titanium. Anyway, disaster averted. I think I'll pick it up on Tuesday, so tomorrow. We're filming today on Monday. So I'll let you know whether that works or not.
And this person can weld titanium?
He seemed confident, maybe a little too overconfident, but, confident nonetheless.
So what's the plan if it rains?
Keep wheeling.
Plan
If
B?
it's light rain or just steady rain, I'll just keep wheeling. If it's torrential rain, obviously no, and I'll try and make the Ks up sort of somewhere else another day or that afternoon. But yeah, if it's light rain at the end of the day, it's just water.
Yeah. What's the plan then if the body says, nope, screw this?
Oh, I haven't really thought of that because I'm not anticipating that to happen. I don't want that to happen. I'm not putting that out into the universe. And, if it's not bleeding or broken, we'll be fine.
And do you have a support crew?
Yeah, so I'll be using my van as the escort car, which is a Toyota Hiace, so it's a ripper, sort of set up for it anyway. And I'll have people tag teaming throughout the week rather than one crew for the whole week because it's going to be slow going on the road, very tiring for them. Most of my friends and family have small children, so they'll be tag teaming, which will be really cool. So I'll have different vibes throughout the week on a camera, driving the van, feeding me, hopefully give me a rub down from time to time, which will be good. And then, they'll be with me throughout the night camping, which will be nice.
So where would be sore most, shoulder and arm?
Shoulder, look, probably. I haven't sort of experienced that just yet, but I'm assuming throughout the week that's what will happen. But on the side of my quad, actually, because it does most of the work, but it also does the steering.
Yeah.
It steers me and, the road isn't flat. I'll be on a camber for most of it and all depends on whether that's to the right or to the left as to how I need to use that leg to help me steer. So, and my ankle, because my ankle only back on board a couple of months ago after busting it in November.
How did you do that?
water skiing.
I couldn't believe it.
And I'll be,
This is your good ankle too.
it's my
is
good
it?
ankle. Yeah. So I bruised the talus, which is your main supportive bone, and then busted all the tendons and ligaments around the ankle itself, and then took a gash out of the top of the foot.
I remember quoting you in an episode of mine in January saying your life has always been so hectic and you've soldiered on and yet it's still hectic and that hectic life is still getting you into trouble. Water skiing, I just
Yeah.
could not believe it.
Yeah, it was a day, hey. Like, I found out that I'd won the Shine Award the afternoon beforehand, and then that morning I had it was our first day of World Championships, and we had our slalom first up. And I'd just been telling myself, don't shit the bed because you shit the bed in America with slalom. And I went out and smashed the world record by like 8 boys, which was just mind blowing. And the weather wasn't cooperating very well for our jump, which we were supposed to have a practice jump the day before. So after competition on that first day, we thought, oh, we'll run a couple of practice jumps for everyone just to make sure, get familiarised with the jump and the boat, etc. And I went out for my first jump and I was like, oh, yeah, I'll actually go over it rather than just a practice cut. Went over it, caught a tailwind, lifted up the back of my ski and just drove me feet first in the water at like 50 k's an hour. Got stuck in it because I was still hanging on, and then just ripped out, smashed the foot plate out of the ski and broke my paralysed ankle, like snapped the bottom off my tibia, smashed my fibula into like 8 pieces, dislocated the ankle in 2 different directions.
Wow.
But I couldn't feel it. So winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah.
I just saw it float to the surface of the water and it just looked real ugly.
This is on your good leg.
That was on my paralysed side.
Right.
Yeah. And then my good leg was just bleeding. And then they put me on the back of a $400,000 boat and took me to the blood everywhere.
Oh no.
I was like, oh, well.
And now you're back doing this event. That's just amazing.
But the worst part about it that day was they tried to put me in the back of an ambulance. I didn't shed a tear. I didn't chuck a wobbly until someone was like, I'm calling the ambulance. I was like, no, you're not. I'm calling an ambulance. No, you're not. So Jude put me in the back of my van and drove me to the hospital. Yeah.
Now, for our listeners, I strongly recommend you go back and listen to Sam's story that we published late last year, episode 76. But Sam, do you want to sum up your story briefly?
Yeah, so long story short, I fell asleep, crashed my car, and then on the way to the hospital, the ambulance driver also fell asleep and rear-ended a car that was stopped at red traffic lights, and I went headfirst into the backs of the front seats, and I've been in a wheelchair for 12 and a half years and I'm paralysed down my right-hand side. That's a long story, very short.
It takes my breath every time.
Yeah.
And so many other people too have said
Yeah.
during that episode when you told that part that they had to rewind it.
Yeah.
Did that happen? No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
But it did.
Yeah.
And look at you now.
Look at me now.
Sam, what snacks are you absolutely packing?
I get to eat white bread honey sandwiches because that's high in carbs. So, I'm just carb loading for a week and I'm quite excited for it. Killer pythons apparently will be a really good one. Yeah, kind of just making sure I'm having my coffee in the morning. And
You've got a local company at Corowa supporting you. You might be taking a few of their snacks, perhaps.
yeah, a bit of chocolate coated licorice, maybe a bottle of whiskey.
So tell me about this support that you're getting from local businesses.
Yeah, not local to me, funnily enough, but local to where I'm starting in Corowa, which is, I just picked Corowa as a random spot. And it's turned out to be incredible. The Corowa Distilling Co. or the Corowa Chocolate and Whiskey Factory have really gotten behind me, first off, just giving me somewhere to start because I was just going to pick a random road in Corowa somewhere and go. But I'll start there. I'm doing a keynote down at the distillery for the town the Thursday night before I start. And then they'll do breakfast, coffees and stuff like that and donate part of the income from that to the cause. Yeah, the local AFL team as well is getting behind me. It's incredible. And then that'll kind of rub off for my entrance into Junee, into the licorice and chocolate factory there too, because they're related. I actually believe it's a brother and sister having a bit of a Mexican standoff who can do this better, and I've told them that too.
Well, the customers don't mind if there's no competition.
And look, it's not lost on me in regards to, that I'm starting at a distillery. I'm starting at a whiskey factory. Alcohol isn't the answer to mental health at all, but, these people do incredible things for the community, very community minded. They donate a lot. They help a lot of people. Yeah.
And a shout out to Corowa Distillery Company because they have some fantastic products.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, 2 old flour mills, one in Corowa, one in Junee, and they're both, incredible tourist destinations too.
And we recommend people to call through Junee to the
100%.
chocolate factory.
And make a big freckle.
Yeah, beautiful. And I believe you've got some catering companies helping you and Big Spring Water.
Yes. Yeah.
The Bank have been amazing, as you said, and Nedd Brockman.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. The support from them already has been incredible. Yeah. It's kind of just been random people donating. Verto as well, a company that I do like advocacy work for, disability advocacy work for. They've thrown $5,000 at me as well, or at the cause, which has been really nice. Ran a few ads, bit of radio stuff, which has been really good. And it's literally just been general people chucking their coffee money at the cause, which has been really nice.
And this could be, a donation of $50 or even $5 can go a long way. And it might be just that one coffee they skip that morning.
Yep, exactly right.
It's going to make a huge difference, isn't it?
Absolutely. And look, it's also not lost on me that the economy is struggling and people are struggling financially. If this can help take the load off some rural, regional, remote families by, again, like you said, letting go of that one coffee that morning and helping someone else, and that's your way of being able to do that, just like this is my way of being able to help people.
And that might help just that one person who's struggling a little bit out there somewhere that no one knows about yet.
Yep.
And what would you say to someone that's struggling right now?
Ask for help. Have a conversation. God, you could say so many things, and I know that's the hardest thing, but it's opening up. It's telling someone that you are having a rough day, but surround yourself with people. Don't isolate yourself too much is the biggest thing. And that there are people wanting to help. Yeah. And so many people going through the same thing.
What would success look like at the finish line in Yass?
Having my friends and family there. One, actually getting to the finish line, which I do believe that I will be able to do that. I probably not believing in myself enough to raise my goal, like financially raise my goal. But at the end of the day, something is better than nothing. But just getting there. Yeah.
Are we allowed to ask what your goal is?
Yeah. So my goal is $200,000, and I think we've raised like 25 or 26 grand. So we're 1/8 of the way there and haven't even started yet.
All right, come on, listeners, log on. So what's your planned date to finish in Yass?
Planned date to finish is July 4th. So Saturday through till Saturday.
And everyone's welcome to come and see you across the finishing line?
Everyone's welcome. We'll have a sausage sizzle. I'll have my bar there. I've got a mobile bar business, so I'll have one of my bars there. And all of the profits from everything sold will go straight to the cause. We'll have raffles, auction items. I think Rural Aid will have someone there, and I believe Riverina Bluebell will too. Yeah, it's kind of just like we did this together, because this isn't just about me. This is a collective effort. I'm the pawn doing the thing. Yeah.
Doing the hard yards. Just remind us, how do we donate?
Through a link called My Cause. So if you just write My Cause, the big wheel into Google, it'll come up. It's kind of like GoFundMe.
And anything from $5 to $5,000.
Yeah, it's all tax deductible as well. So, midway through my wheel, June 30, get it in if you've got a tax problem.
That's it. And if we want to follow you throughout on your socials, what do we do?
Yeah, follow me, Semi_J_Longmore. Whoever's doing escorting in the van and stuff like that, they'll have all my technology, so they'll be in doing that. I'll be on Facebook as well. I think they'll probably try and go live. I believe, I haven't heard back yet, but I believe I'll have someone doing a lot of videoing, maybe putting together a bit of a doco.
Awesome.
So hopefully that happens. If that doesn't happen, if you know of anyone. So hopefully, and I'll be on Strava. I'll be on Strava every single day,
Good.
Yeah.
With the rest of the world keeping track.
Yep.
Sam, I've got a question from one of our listeners. When you have tough days, what are your go-tos, or who do you draw from to get yourself up and about?
Oh, who I want to be, I think. Yeah,
who you want to be, and do you feel sometimes you're not always yourself? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm not always sort of the best of me, I've seen what I don't want to be in life, and I've seen where I don't want to be in life, and I've been in better places some days. So I kind of wake up and, I make that decision. Who do I want to be today? Do I want to be the person that I strive to be, or do I want to be the same? And I kind of, that's what I look to, because at the end of the day, you've got to do it for you because no one else will. And that's a mantra that I've lived by for many, many years of my life, because it's, for me, in my situation, it's always been on me. So that's kind of what I do. I think if you lean too much on other people, then maybe you're not doing it for the right reasons, because you'll never be them. Yeah. And sometimes I know it's probably an overused term, but you fake it till you make it. But in the sense of, if you can trick yourself into being happy, you'll become happy because you'll think you sound ridiculous by laughing at yourself or something like that.
Yeah.
Your life could be so much worse than what it is. So just make the most of the moment that you're in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And this listener that we're talking about, I know for a fact you've helped him a stack.
Yeah.
Just by him going back to listen to your other episodes.
Yeah.
And he follows you.
And he's so beautiful.
He also says in a message last night, he says, your resilience, positivity and courage is amazing. I have regularly listened to your story when I'm having tough times. He says, I thank you for having the courage to share your story, as you have certainly given me inspiration on those tougher days to dig deep.
And that's what it's all about. If you've got a story to share, if you've had struggles, share them, because you never know who your struggles will be helping. So the more that we talk about it, the more people that you'll help, right? And be honest in talking about it. Again, you don't want to be anyone else other than yourself. Be yourself.
You've got lots of fans, Sam. Do you know that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. But I think, that just comes down to being, my honest, true self, my quirky, different, ridiculous self. Yeah, it's really nice. It's good. But again, it's a story. Share it.
Well, talking about quirky, I've got some quirky off-the-wall questions for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What's the most random thing you've packed for the trip?
Oh.
Any
I can
secrets?
tell you what I haven't packed, and that is I haven't and I will not be packing not one single pair of underwear.
Really? What's the story?
I don't need that extra bit of material cutting into me. I got to look at like pressure sores and stuff like that. So, just freeballing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for 8 days. How cool.
Exactly.
I won't be wearing a skirt, I can tell you that.
On a windy day. Marilyn Monroe, what's her anniversary just recently?
Classic.
If your wheelchair could talk, what would it say right now?
I can't go any faster. Stop trying to push me faster, probably.
It's not saying, put some undies on.
Probably. I'm sick of going up and down this same road.
What's more painful, hills or bad coffee?
Bad coffee. Yeah, I think I'm going to be needing a fair bit of it that week. Yeah, bad coffee, definitely.
Well, hopefully what I just made you was okay.
It was actually really nice, thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
How often do people tell you you're so inspiring?
Look, I'll be honest, every single day, and I used to hate it, and I've thought a lot about it because I've had a lot of time to think lately. I hate it when they call me inspiring for getting out of bed in the morning. I understand when they call me inspiring for doing something like this, because that makes sense, but not just because they have nothing else to say and just because I exist day to day. But doing something like this, I understand. And every day. And it's quite nice, Yeah.
And you're helping them though. You're inspiring them.
Yeah. So that's when I understand it and that's when I appreciate it. But not just because I breathe.
Have you named your wheels yet?
No. I have no personal attachment to the thing that gets me around every single day. Nah. Like I enjoy the situation that I am in because I've made the best of it, but I have no attachment to the chair itself. Yeah, other than can you stop fucking breaking down on me, please? Like one of my brakes is held away from my wheel with a scrunchie at the moment.
It is too.
It's busted, and I don't need it. I don't need
Right.
the brake. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
There's no stopping you, is there? Not even brakes.
I've got a couple of friends And I saw one of them at the park the other day. We were chatting. And then I said, all right, see ya, I'm going to go for a wheel. He was with his kids and he walked away. And then he took a big breath, turned around and looked at me and he said, Sam, you're doing this whole thing in that wheelchair, aren't you? I was like, yeah, mate. And I knew that was going to come out of your mouth because he just thinks my wheelchair is a piece of shit. Yeah, anyway.
So what song absolutely cannot be on your playlist?
Anything slow and sad.
Yeah.
Like I'll probably have some nice little ballads that I'll, sing along to and that kind of thing. But I need upbeat. I'm stacking podcasts at the moment, like downloading them so they can just kind of run through and I don't need to think too much. I'll probably split my day up into like podcasts in the morning and then some solid music into the afternoon. But yeah, nothing slow. It bores me and I'm already bored enough on the road. And I know the saying, only boring people get bored, but I'm a busy person and I find wheeling long distances incredibly boring. So nothing sad and boring.
Oh, look out.
Let's see what ideas I come up with over the course of the week.
That's right. If you could swap chairs with anyone for one day, who would it be?
Anyone in a really cool swivel chair that they can get up and out of.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
So thinking about your trip, what's more likely, a flat tyre or a full meltdown?
A full meltdown, but not in the sense that I've lost my marbles. I think more in the sense of overwhelm, because I'm really grateful for all of the support, but I find it so overwhelming. Like, I'm like, because I think to myself, really, like these people are actually helping me do this. So I think it will be a full meltdown in the sense of overwhelm.
Right.
Yep.
Well, Sam, thank you for sharing your story. Good luck with the big wheel. I think what you're doing takes enormous determination, and the impact you're going to have on rural mental health will go far beyond the kilometres you'll cover, my friend.
Thank you very much. Sometimes I don't think it's long enough, but we'll start here and we'll see what comes next.
Thank you, Sammy.
Thank you for having me.
Sammy, you're an absolute powerhouse. We wish you all the very best for the big wheel and can't wait to follow the journey. If you'd like to support Sam and help raise money for mental health in rural communities, simply Google My Cause, The Big Wheel. Any donation, big or small, would be hugely appreciated. And if you haven't already heard Sam's remarkable story, go back and listen to episode 76 on Salt of the Earth Farm Stories. Thanks for listening.
Sweet